You're not helping the people in Florida.
Once again, we do want to say that we appreciate all of the many nets and so forth that utilize these frequencies, both 7268 and of course 14325, for their cooperation in clearing the net, for allowing us to have a clear frequency. This certainly makes our job easier, and we are very grateful for your help and support. If you'd like more information about the Hurricane Watch Net, you can visit our website, and that is hotelwhiskeynovember.OscarRomeoGolf. Al?
I need an explanation of how this is helping the people in Florida in hurricane situations.
This is
M3GKU.
November Kilo for the Hurricane Watch Net. Papa 40. This is Whiskey 3, Echo November Kilo. Lissandro, are you standing by on the frequency, sir? Over.
Well, if there's a way I can help people with my radio, I'd love to do it. Main thing, you're boosting your ego with all your baloney and control.
This is Whiskey 3, Echo November Kilo for the Hurricane Watch Net. This is a directed net. Are there any stations net members who wish to check into the net at this time? Net stations, net members only, please. Over.
No, we don't need to be a net member. You have no call or directive to call for that. You know,
Kilowatt 2, Juliet Bravo X-ray. Go ahead, sir. Over.
People in Florida,
good signal here, and I'm scribing for probably till the top of the hour. K2JBX, back to you.
All right, very good. Glad to have you on board, sir. Thank you so much. Kilowatt 2, Tango, Juliet Bravo X-ray. We're clear with you. Any other net members wishing to check into the net? Over.
November Papa Q Bravo, I'm here now.
Yeah, November Papa, what's the full call sign there, please? It's John, right? Over.
What an asshole, that M3GKU.
We're in Florida.
All right, very good, John. We appreciate it. Glad to have you riding along this evening. This is Whiskey 3, Echo November Kilo for the Hurricane Watch Net. This is a directed net. And let us go back once again. Now we're at the bottom of the hour. Let us summarize the updated advisory on Hurricane Irma. This from the National Weather Center, National Hurricane Center at 8 p.m. That's 0000 Universal. This date, Saturday, September the 9th, 2017. This is 43A. This is Intermediate Advisory 43A. Heavy squalls with embedded tornadoes are presently sweeping across South Florida. Here's a summary of the 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, or 0000 Universal Information. Irma was located at 23.3 north by 80.8 west, or about 30 miles. That's 45 kilometers east-northeast of Varadero, Cuba, or about 110 miles. That's 175 kilometers southeast of Key West, Florida.
Anybody.
Maximum sustained winds 120 miles per hour. That's 195 kilometers per hour. Present movement to the west-northwest, or 290 degrees at 7 miles per hour. That is 11 kilometers per hour.
You're here for
Minimum
your ego and your broadcasting career.
2 millibars.
I'm here to actually put in and assist people in reality.
With this
You're a loser, dude. Stop
there are no
you don't control the station. You don't need no certificate. You know, stop it. You're hurting people.
There's a storm surge warning.
Excuse me, where do you live?
For the South Santee River southward around the Florida Peninsula to the Swanee River, the Florida Keys, and Tampa Bay.
That station who thinks they're hurting people, where do you live?
For north of the Swanee River to the Oxford
Your net is
River.
worthless. You keep talking. It doesn't help shit.
Beach southward around the Florida Peninsula to Indian Pass, the Florida Keys, Lake Okeechobee.
No shit, there's
Florida
people dying there, and
the
you
Cuban
sit there and tell
provinces
everybody.
of Camagüey,
Oh, you're so
Diego de
smart.
Avila, Sancti Spiritus,
Idiot.
Villa
God.
Clara, Matassis and Havana, and in the Bahamas, Andros Island, Bimini, and the Grand Bahamas.
Of Irma hurts your area.
A hurricane watch is in effect for north of Hurricane Beach, Florida to Esco Beach, South Carolina. And the tropical storm warning is in effect for west of Indian Pass to the Okaloosa-Walton County line and north of Fernandina Beach to the South Santee River. Once again, the South Santee is in South Carolina. A storm surge warning means that there is danger of widespread inundation from rising water moving inland from the coastline during the next 36 hours in the indicated location. Now, if you'd like to see what those locations are, you can go to the National Weather Service Storm Surge Warning website available at hurricanes.gov. Hurricanes has an S on the end of it. It's plural. Hurricanes.gov. And Hurricane Storm Surge Watch says there's a possibility of life-threatening inundation from rising water moving inland from the coastline and the indicated location during the next 48 hours. Of course, the hurricane warning means that hurricane conditions are expected somewhere within the warning area. A hurricane watch means that hurricane conditions are possible within the watch area. The watch typically is issued 48 hours in advance.
Embarrassment to amateur radio.
And a tropical storm warning means that tropical storm conditions are expected somewhere in the warning area. Now, for storm information specific to your area in the United States, including possible inland watches and warnings, please monitor products issued by your local National Weather Service Forecast Office. For storm information specific to your area outside the United States, please monitor products issued by your National Meteorological Service. This is Whiskey 3 Echo November Kilo for the Hurricane Watch Net. This is a directed net. More to come.
No, it's not a directed net. It's not a directed net.
You're more of an embarrassment interfering with this net.
You're a directed idiot. You can't call it a directed net.
Once again,
you have no authority or anything to say that.
For Hurricane Irma, the discussion and 48-hour outlook at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That's 0000 Universal.
You're an embarrassment to radio.
Hurricane Irma.
You're an embarrassment to amateur radio. You really are. I'm disgusted at you.
Weather Service Doppler radar near latitude 23.3 north and longitude 80.8 west. Radar loops indicate that Irma has temporarily slowed down, but the hurricane
now
has
what?
moving towards the west-northwest near 7 miles per hour. That's 11 kilometers per hour since earlier today. A northwest motion is expected to begin tonight with a turn towards the west-northwest on Sunday. On the forecast track, the core of Irma will continue to move near the north coast of Cuba during the next few hours and should be near the Florida Keys by Sunday morning. A hurricane is expected to move along or near the southwest coast of Florida on Sunday afternoon.
You're degrading amateur radio.
NOAA Hurricane Hunter aircraft has found that Irma's intensity is a little lower and that the maximum sustained winds are estimated to be near 120 miles per hour. That's 195 kilometers per hour with higher gusts. Irma is a Category 3 hurricane on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale. Irma is forecast to re-strengthen once it moves away from Cuba, and it will remain a powerful hurricane as it approaches Florida. Hurricane force winds extend outward up to 70 miles, that's 110 kilometers from the center.
You're 5-9 in Virginia, go ahead.
Okay, K3OXL, near Oklahoma City.
QSL 59, thank you, good luck.
Thank you, QRZ.
Eagle Fox 5,
Whiskey Alpha 6. WA6 Sugar Whiskey 59 Oklahoma City. Thank you very much, QRZ.
Whiskey 5, Delta Radio, Oscar.
Kilo 3 Echo Yankee Lima.
Mike Fox. Okay, KD5 MFS 59 near Oklahoma City.
time of high tide. From Cape Sable to Captiva, 10 to 15 feet. Captiva to Anna Maria Island, 6 to 10 feet. Card Sound Bridge through Cape Sable, including the Florida Keys, 5 to 10 feet. Anna Maria Island to Clearwater Beach, including Tampa Bay, 5 to 8 feet. North Miami to Card Sound Bridge, including Biscayne Bay, 4 to 6 feet. The South Santee River in South Carolina to Fernandina Beach, Florida, 4 to 6 feet. Clearwater Beach to the Ocklaconee River, 4 to 6 feet, and Fernandina Beach to North Miami Beach, 2 to 4 feet. This is Whiskey 3 Echo November Kilo for the Hurricane Watch Net. This is a directed net. And the net is now calling for reporting stations from within the affected area of Hurricane Irma. Your call sign only, please. Over.
Please explain a directive net. There's no such thing.
Reporting stations providing weather information are asked to provide your call sign, your location, and the time of observation. Please tell us if your wind speed is measured or estimated, and tell us the sustained wind speed averaged over 1 minute, gust speed, and wind direction. Also, please tell us if your barometer has been calibrated recently and the current barometric pressure. And briefly describe your weather measuring equipment, such as make, model, and the location and height of your anemometer. Finally, please provide your observations. For example, rain amount, rain intensity, storm surge, observed damages, and so forth. Your cooperation in this regard is greatly appreciated, and it helps us provide the best data possible to the agencies we work with. Thank you very much on behalf of the Hurricane WatchNet. This is Whiskey 3 Echo November Kilo. Out.
In other words, you're worthless. You just want information to spew and not help anybody.
This is Whiskey 3 Echo November Kilo for the Hurricane WatchNet.
You want to feel important.
The net is now calling for reporting stations from within the affected area of Hurricane Irma. Your call sign only, please. Over.
No, you have no right to call sign only. No, you're just a wannabe broadcaster. Have nothing.
This is Whiskey 3 Echo November Kilo for the Hurricane WatchNet. This is a directed net. And to all amateur radio operators, maritime mobiles, and shortwave listeners, the Hurricane WatchNet will be reading the latest advisory information the moment it has been posted by the National Hurricane Center and repeated at the top and bottom of each hour. If we're handling traffic, we'll read the latest as soon as possible. And of course, if you have a need for additional information, we will be very, very happy to do that. Thank you so much. This is Whiskey 3 Echo November Kilo for the Hurricane WatchNet. Whiskey 3 Echo November Kilo calling Alpha Charlie 0 Mike Zulu. Ken, are you on the frequency, sir?
Wait, does he have a
Echo November Kilo Alpha
You got to get a certificate for talking here, right?
Ken, could you handle the net for just a moment while I make a call to the net manager? Over.
Why don't you quit it, man? You're a loser.
Not a problem at all, Pete. I have the net. Clear with Whiskey 3 Echo November Kilo. All stations, please stand by for a moment. We're very serious about taking weather information and emergency traffic from the affected areas of Hurricane Irma. We would greatly appreciate it if you would clear the frequency and only speak if directed to by net control. Again, this is Alpha Charlie 0 Michael Lima for the Hurricane WatchNet. Are there any stations with emergency or priority traffic? Over.
Well, that's fine, but he doesn't own it, and nobody needs a certificate to talk here.
And again, this is Alpha Charlie 0 Mike Lima for the Hurricane WatchNet. Are there any stations within the affected area of Hurricane Irma with traffic or weather data to be passed to the National Hurricane Center? Over. November 8th, Papa Oscar Delta, is that correct?
Recording all the malicious interference you're getting.
November 8, Echo Oscar Bravo. We certainly do appreciate it, sir. I've got your call sign written down here. Over. Clear with November 8, Echo Oscar Bravo. This is still Alpha Charlie Zero, Mike Lima for the Hurricane Watch Net. Still listening for stations within the affected areas of Hurricane Irma with traffic or weather data to pass to the Hurricane Watch Center.
Listen up, Charlie. That's how to be a broadcaster.
This is the Hurricane Watch Net. My call is Alpha Charlie Zero, Mike Lima. This is a directed net. Check-in is by call sign only, please. Are there any stations within the affected area of Hurricane Irma with weather or traffic for the net? November 2, Kilo India, Alpha Charlie Zero, Mike Lima.
You get respect by giving respect, not telling you need a certificate, you liar.
And Whiskey Zero, Alpha Charlie Zero, Mike Lima. November 8, Echo Oscar Delta, Alpha Charlie Zero, Mike Lima. Nothing heard again. This is Alpha Charlie Zero, Mike Lima for the Hurricane Watch Net. This is a directed net. At this time, the net is listening for stations from within the affected areas of Hurricane Irma with traffic or weather data. Over. Is that a Bravo or a Delta, sir? Over. Roger, November 8, Echo Oscar Delta. Got you that time, and I do have you logged here, and I believe someone's going to get in touch with you in a few minutes. Over. Very good, sir, and we do appreciate your assistance. Clear with November 8, Echo Oscar Delta. This is Alpha Charlie Zero, Mike Lima for the Hurricane Watch Net, listening for any stations within the affected areas of Hurricane Irma with traffic or weather data. Over. I do hear a station calling. Repeat your call, sir. Over. This is Alpha Charlie Zero, Mike Lima for the Hurricane Watch Net. I'm going to read the latest advisory for Hurricane Jose, and this is Intermediate Advisory 18 Alpha, issued by the National Hurricane Center in Miami at 8 o'clock p.m. Atlantic Standard Time. It states, powerful Hurricane Jose pulling away from the northern Leeward Islands. Here is a summary of the 8 o'clock p.m. Atlantic Standard Time or 0 hours UTC information. Jose is currently located near latitude 19.4 north, longitude 62.9 west, placing it about 85 miles north of the northern Leeward Islands. Maximum sustained winds are 145 miles per hour. Present movement is to the northwest, or 310 degrees at 14 miles per hour. Minimum central pressure, 945 millibars, or 27.91 inches. Break, more to follow. This is Alpha Charlie Zero, Mike Lima for the Hurricane Watch Net. Are there any stations within the affected areas of our hurricanes Irma or Jose wishing to check in? Over.
Whiskey 4 Golf Hotel Whiskey.
Whiskey 4 Golf Hotel Whiskey. Go ahead, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm in South Georgia. Just wanted to check in with you and thank you for the good job you're doing. We appreciate it in South Georgia. Whiskey 4 Golf Hotel Whiskey.
Roger, Whiskey 4 Golf Hotel Whiskey. Copy here in South Georgia, sir. What is your first name? Over.
Hi, my name is Greg. Over.
Copy. Greg, name here is Ken, Kilo Echo November. Greg, are you going to remain on throughout the storm? Over.
I will be in and out during the storm, absolutely. We're running local. When I'm not on that, I will be here, except for the time that I'm sleeping, and I need all the beauty sleep I can get.
I understand. I feel the same way, Greg. Well, as the storm does approach, if weather data that can be passed from
able to get on HF, you're always appreciated if you'd relay it to us. Over.
I'll be glad to. We have a whole group that's doing just that, and thank you again for your efforts.
Thank you, sir. You can find out more information on our net at the Hotel Whiskey November.Oscar Romeo Golf, or in plain English, hwn.org. Over.
Yeah, QSL. Thanks again. 73.
Thank you, Greg. Clear with Whiskey 4 Golf Hotel Whiskey. Are there any other stations within the affected areas of Hurricanes Irma or Jose wishing to check in?
Kilo Charlie 3 Delta Quebec Alpha.
Kilo Charlie 3 Delta Quebec Alpha. Go ahead, sir.
QSL, this is Bob from the state of Maryland, MD. You are a 5959 into the state of Maryland, and we could be in the affected area, depends on which route it takes. QSL?
All right, Todd. Well, we thank you very much for checking in. Have a pleasant evening, sir. Over.
QSL 73, see and stay safe.
Clear with Kilo Charlie 3, Oscar Quebec, or Delta Quebec Alpha. All right, folks, once again, this is Alpha Charlie 0, Mike Lima, completing Hurricane Jose, Intermediate Advisory 18 Alpha. In discussion states at 8 o'clock p.m. Atlantic Standard Time, or 0 hours UTC. The eye of Jose was located by a reconnaissance aircraft near latitude 19.4 north, longitude 62.9 west. Jose is moving toward the northwest near 14 miles per hour, and this motion is expected to continue for the next couple of days. On the forecast track, the core of Jose will continue to move away from the northern Leeward Islands overnight. Maximum sustained winds are near 145 miles per hour with higher gusts. Jose is a Category 4 hurricane on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale. Little change in intensity is expected overnight, but gradual weakening should begin on Sunday and continue on Monday. Hurricane force winds extend outward up to 35 miles from the center, and tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 150 miles. The estimated minimum central pressure based on aircraft data is 945 millibars, or 27.91 inches, and the next complete advisory will be issued at 11 o'clock p.m. Atlantic Standard Time. Out. This is Alpha Charlie 0, Mike Lima for the Hurricane Watch Net. This is a directed net. Are there any stations within the affected area of Hurricane Irma wishing to check in with traffic or weather data? Over.
November Oscar 3 Kilo.
November Oscar 3 Kilo. Go ahead, sir.
Roger. Where location is Augusta, Georgia, Echo Mike 83. The name is Rick, Romeo India Charlie Kilo. Just starting to cloud up. Breezy, but so far with no storm effects here. Back to you.
Very good. November Oscar 3 Kilo. Rick, thank you very much for checking in from Augusta, Georgia. I copy cloudy weather, but no significant storm-related effects to report. If that changes, please advise us. Over.
Okay, thank you very much, and thanks for the good work you do. Bye-bye.
Clear with November Oscar 3 Kilo. Whiskey 0, Echo November Oscar. Go ahead.
This is Whiskey 0, Echo November Echo. And Louis John, we're located in Yulee, Florida. This is northeast of Jacksonville on the border with Georgia. We're experiencing 10 knots or less on the gust and light rain at the moment.
You have fallen right into my noise, sir. Please stand by. Is there a net control station with a copy on that station?
K2JBX.
Go ahead and pick him up, John.
Whiskey Zero Echo November Echo. This is Kilo 2 Juliet to Bravo X-ray for relay. How copy, sir? Over.
Copy loud and clear. Hello, John. We're located in Yulee, Florida, which is northeast of Jacksonville on the Georgia-Florida border. We're experiencing light rain and gusts to about 10 knots at the moment.
Okay, John, we got you in Yulee, Florida, near the border of Georgia and Florida. Gusts of 10 knots and some light rain. What is the direction of the winds? Over. Okay, we've got the gusts coming from the east. Is this estimated, or do you have a weather station to measure this? Over. I understand totally, trying to get one back in place for myself. I'm located in Syracuse, New York, and thank you for this information. If you have a barometer, I'll take that, but if not, we'll move on. Over.
I'll get back to you. I have to go in the room and check.
I will stand by. I copy 29 decimal, is it something 75 over? 29 decimal 75, correct? Over?
Correct.
Thank you, sir, very much. I appreciate the information. We'll forward this on to the Weather Center, and should the storm traverse in your direction, definitely we'll be looking for additional information if possible. Over. Thank you, sir. Have a pleasant evening. Clear with Whiskey Zero Echo November Echo. This is Kilo 2 Juliet Bravo X-ray. Back to net control. Alpha Charlie 0.
Kilowatt 2 Juliet Bravo X-ray. Let me clarify the data real quick, John. That was Whiskey Zero Echo November Echo. That was John in Yulee, Florida. We have a barometric reading of 29.75. Was there any other data? Over.
Estimated winds from the east at 10 knots. Over.
Copy. Estimated winds from the east at 10 knots. Any further?
Nothing further. Further information in the chat for backup. Over.
Understood. I am seeing it now. Thank you, John. Clear with Kilowatt 2 Juliet Bravo X-ray. Whiskey 3 Echo November Kilo Alpha Charlie 0 Mike Lima.
Okay, Ken, this is Whiskey 3 Echo November Kilo. Over.
Didn't mean to steal your net there, buddy. Back to you.
Okay, no problem at all. I had the opportunity to speak with the net manager, and I appreciate your taking care of business here for me for a few moments. Thank you so much, Ken. And let us continue then. This is Whiskey 3 Echo November Kilo, your net control station for the Hurricane Watch Net. This is a directed net. And is there any emergency traffic or priority traffic for the net at this time? Emergency or priority traffic only, please. Over. Nothing heard. This is Whiskey 3 Echo November Kilo for the Hurricane Watch Net. Please do not enter this net unless you are a net member. You are responding to a specific request of net control. You have an emergency situation and you need us to convey it to proper authorities, or you are an official station with traffic for us. Briefly, let us summarize the bulletin from the National Weather Service National Hurricane Center, Miami, Florida. This is Intermediate Advisory 43 Alpha for Hurricane Irma. The timestamp is 0 hours UTC, 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Heavy squalls with embedded tornadoes are presently sweeping across South Florida. The location as of 8 p.m. of Irma, 23.3 north by 80.8 west, or about 30 miles east-northeast of Varadero, Cuba, 110 miles or 175 kilometers southeast of Key West. Sustained winds 120 miles per hour or 195 kilometers. Present movement is to the west-northwest or 290 at the 7 miles per hour. Minimum central pressure 932 millibars or 27.52 inches. Now at this time, this is Whiskey 3 Echo November Kilo for the Hurricane Watch Net. The net is now calling for reporting stations from within the affected area of Hurricane Irma. Your call sign only, please. Over.
Is there a hurricane net here?
This is Whiskey 3 Echo November Kilo for the Hurricane Watch Net. Reporting stations providing weather information are asked to provide us with your call sign, your location, and the time of your observation. Tell us if your wind speed is measured or estimated, and also tell us the sustained wind speed averaged over a minute, gust speed, and wind direction. Let us know if your barometric instrument, your barometer, has been calibrated recently, and give us the current barometric pressure, and briefly describe your weather measuring equipment, the make, model, location, and height of your anemometer. That's critical. And finally, provide your observations. For example, rain amount, rain intensity, storm surge, observed damages, and so forth. Your cooperation helps us to provide the best data possible to the agencies that we work with, and we certainly thank you for all of your help. Thank you, and out. This is Whiskey 3 Echo November Kilo for the Hurricane Watch Net. Stand by. Break.
I have information.
Go ahead with your call sign information. Over.
K09U, Scott in Utah, is one of the jammers out here jamming the hurricane net. I just thought I'd let you know. He was DF, so we got him, and we're going to report him. So K09U, Scott in Utah, FedEx driver is a jammer. W7EIB on the West Coast.
W7QIB. Would you repeat what you were trying to say to me there, please, sir? Over.
It's not important. It's very important. If you're jamming an emergency net, you're stupid. W7EIB.
All right, very good. We appreciate that very much, and we are clear with you. This is Whiskey 3 Echo November Kilo for the Hurricane Watch Net. This is a directed net, and we are coming up on the top of the hour. I want to thank everyone who took the time to stop in and report weather this evening. It's all very helpful, and hopefully as time progresses and you are able, you will continue to report conditions in the affected area of Hurricane Irma. It's going to be a long night tonight, and it's going to be a longer day tomorrow, so your help is most certainly appreciated. The incoming net control is Alpha Charlie 0, Mike Lima. That's Ken. Ken, I'm done with the filling. You can go to the bottom half of the cookie now, sir. Over.
Roger, roger. I've got it there. Thanks very much. Anything to pass, Pete?
Nothing to pass, Ken. The net is yours, sir. W3ENK.
Clear with Whiskey 3 Echo November Kilo. This is Alpha Charlie 0, Mike Lima for the Hurricane Watch Net. This is a directed net. Are there any stations with emergency traffic? Over.